Welcome to the second semi-final of the Not So Difficult History Quiz Grand Tournament. So we've already have two finalists from the previous semi-final, Pawan and Amar, and this is the second semi-final, and two more people from these four will go to the final, where they'll battle it out for the grand cash prize. And thank you to our sponsors again, KATHURI's MART and Jayaprakash and Dance of School of Dance, and also Digital Connect, our digital sponsors as well. Okay, so let's begin without wasting any more time. So again, for those of you who missed the last quiz, so this time the only difference from the quarterfinals is that there will be direct questions with bonus points. So there will be 4 questions in the set of 16 questions, which will carry 15 points instead of the usual 10. And if you pass the question, if you answer a question which is passed, one of these past questions, you will get 10 points instead of 5. So bonus questions carry more points. So try to answer the bonus questions that you get. And yeah, let's begin then in that case. I hope Avinash, Ritvik, Shubhmoy, and Siddharth are ready.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So Ritvik, your contestant number 1, Shubhmoy is number 2, Avinash your number 3, and Siddharth your number 4. Okay.
Okay.
So I will start with the first question with Ritvik. In 1893, Jamshedji Tata was aboard the SS Empress of India, a luxury steamship on its way to an industrial exposition in Chicago. On the ship, he met X, who was on his way to Chicago as well for a very different reason. They talked about a variety of topics, including the brutal repression of their countrymen by colonial authorities. Impressed by X's views on science and patriotism, Jamshedji requested his guidance and his campaign in establishing a research institute in India. X smiled and gave his blessings, and eventually the Tata Institute of Science was born. And in 1909, 7 years after X's death and 5 years after Jamshedji's death. This Tata Institute of Science obviously later became the Indian Institute of Science, which is considered to be one of the most premier research institutions in the world. And now ID the personality X, and why was X on his way to Chicago? So
Uh,
yeah,
yeah, so X over here is Vivekananda, and he was going to Chicago to give a speech.
yeah, okay. Ritik gave the right answer. So Jamshedji Tata met Swami Vivekananda on the way to Chicago, who was on his way to Chicago for the World Parliament of Religions, where he famously gave that Brothers and Sisters of America speech. And that conversation inspired Jamshedji Tata to build the IISc as we know it. And he also asked Vivekananda to be there on the site and actively help the college, but instead Vivekananda turned it down. So yeah, great answer by Ritik. 10 points. Good start. 10 points to Ritik. Next question. Next question is direct to Shubhamay. Frank Miller is an American comic book writer, penciler, and inker, novelist, screenwriter, film director, and producer, best known for his comic book stories and graphic novels. Miller's work at DC Comics included the best-selling Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, which was the inspiration for Zack Snyder's 2016 film Batman vs Superman, and Sin City and 300. His body of work is often characterized by darker themes and stories with gritty characters. Miller's best work in Marvel Comics is widely considered to be the revival of Dash, who quickly went from being a second-tier hero on the verge of cancellation to one of Marvel's best-selling characters. Miller is the brain behind Dash Born Again, which is the same as the previous Dash. Born Again makes use of heavy use of Christian symbolism, and the storyline was one of the few adopted for Dash's successful on-screen run in this current decade, in the last decade. Fill in the blanks. Dash everywhere is the same answer.
So basically, Dash is the name of the particular
Yes,
comic, right?
yes.
Uh, this is a bit tricky, actually. I would go with Daredevil. Is it?
Beautiful answer. That's another 10. That's 10 points to Shubhamay. The answer is Daredevil, and this is the poster of the Daredevil Born Again, which is what the Daredevil season 3 of Netflix is based on. So this was written by Frank Miller, and beautiful answer, and 10 points to Shubhamay. Third question goes to Avinash. So located 4 miles south of Birmingham, England, X's plant in Dash was opened in 1879 with the aim that 1/10 of the Dash estate should be laid out and used as parks, recreation ground, and open space. It subsequently became known as the factory in a garden. X eventually went on to name one of the products after the model village, and this was first sold in 1908. This product, X's Dash, is an edible packaged item, um, which is marketed as one of the brand's premium products and is seen on almost all Indian supermarket shelves today. X is an instantly recognizable brand globally and is a market leader in India in its category, popular with both children and adults. IDX. Sorry, ID X is the dash. I fill in the blank basically. And if you can name X also, that would be great. But both are like again related. If you know one, you'll know the other. Avinash?
I don't see Avinash in the room.
Okay, then we'll just pass the question to Siddharth. Siddharth, can you let us know what if you know the answer?
Is it Cadbury?
And what is dash?
Dairy Milk.
No,
I'll just a second.
No.
Plant in
5 seconds more.
no, I mean Cadbury.
I'll give you 5 points for Cadbury. Anyone? Sorry. Next, it is Ritvik.
Yeah, so I was kind of sold on Cadbury because it's the factory in a garden, but X is an item, right? The dash, which you're saying.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, which is one of the brand's premium products. Is it silk?
No. So next, so are you going to name chocolates now? Basically guessing chocolates on my own. But next, Shubhmoy.
Bourneville.
That's the right answer. It is Bourneville and Cadbury. So it was the Bourneville estate. And I'll give 5 points to Shubhmoy and 5 to Siddharth. So the right answer is Cadbury and Bourneville. Okay. The next question goes to Siddharth direct. In 2016, Warner Music had to pay $14 million in a lawsuit to end a lawsuit. Had to pay $14 million to end a lawsuit after it had previously claimed it had a copyright on the universally famous song Dash, and it used to charge royalties for the songs used in TV and movies. Warner losing the lawsuit meant that the song finally entered the public domain, although the timeless song was already widely used across the world before this landmark decision. What is the song? This direct is to Siddharth.
Is it the I don't know the Happy Birthday song?
Beautiful answer. That's what I was looking for. The answer is the Happy Birthday song. 10 points to Siddharth. The next question is now again we're switching the order. So now you will go first now. So this is your direct again, Siddharth. So Christian Pulisic is an American professional football soccer player, currently playing for the English club Chelsea FC. Pulisic was born in a small town X in Pennsylvania, which is the home of an American food processing multinational company of the same name, which is known globally as one of the market leaders in the sector it operates in. X owns the famous chocolate company Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. The town X was founded in 1903 for the company's workers. The population of X was 14,257 at the 2010 US census, the total area of 37.3 square kilometers. IDX, the town.
Okay, so I mean I have no idea regarding the football trivia, but I'll try.
You don't need to know the trivia
Yeah. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. No, pass.
Pass. Okay. Avinash still hasn't joined, right? Okay. Next.
Yeah, Avinash is here.
He is here.
Yeah, Avinash is here.
Okay, I'll just move to Shubhmoy then in that case.
It's Hershey's.
Beautiful answer, Shubhmoy. 5 points to Shubhmoy. It's Hershey's, which is named after obviously the Hershey's chocolate company. And the great answer by Shubhmoy, 5 points to him. And then the next question. Okay, so Shubhmoy, this is your direct. X was the 19th Diwan of Mysore, serving from 1912 to 1919. He was knighted as the Knight Commander of the British Indian Empire by King George V for his contributions. X designed a flood protection system for the city of Hyderabad. He was instrumental in developing a system to protect Vishakhapatnam port from sea erosion as well. He was instrumental in charting out a plan for road construction within Tirumala and Tirupati. IDX. This is an easy question, honestly.
Is this Visvesvaraya?
Great answer. 10 points to you. It is Sir M. Visvesvaraya, who's also known as the like one of the like greatest engineers.
Yeah, I didn't ever think he was the Diwan of Mysore or something. I just knew he planned something in Hyderabad. I mean, basically,
Okay.
so just went with it.
Good guess though. 10 points to you. So next question, we'll have it. Ritik, this will be assigned to you for now. So King In Y is a PE teacher who was recently in the news for dancing to the Indonesian EDM song Ampun Ban Jago, which is coincidentally a political satire song with the lyrics "They're coming one by one, fighting for power. That's y'all wanted," which very nicely summed up why the clip of the PE teacher went viral on Facebook. What is the funda or logic? Bonus. This is a bonus points question, so you'll get 15 if you answer this correctly. Ritvik, this is your direct.
Yeah. So it's a song, and I have to name the dance which the teacher was doing, right? And the logic behind it.
So no, so basically, I have told you that she was dancing to a song,
Okay.
which has this lyrics, and then like and then this lyrics also are like ironically not ironic, but then like basically the clip of this teacher dancing went viral for some reason. What is the logic? Like why exactly like did it go viral?
Okay. Here's a wild guess. Maybe like she was marching.
Marching. Okay. That's the wrong answer. Question moves to Siddharth.
Is it that video? I think it's the country, Myanmar, right? The coup was happening behind, and
Yeah, that's the right answer. So this is basically her.
Yeah.
And then you see the tanks and all, like the coup happening behind her. So she was actually a PE teacher, and she was teaching Pilates or some other I don't know, some other physical exercise, and she was streaming it on Facebook when this happened. So yeah, great answer, Siddharth. So 5 points. Okay, so next question, this is actually Avinash's backup question. I'll ask Siddharth now. Siddharth, so basically Avinash has 3 more questions which were assigned to him, basically like direct questions. So I will spread the 3 equally amongst you 3. Is that fine?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Siddharth, this is your direct.
Yeah.
Steal This Book is a book written by Abby Hoffman. Written in 1970 and published in 1971, the book exemplified the counterculture of the 60s. This book is mainly focused on ways to fight the government and against corporations while also serving as a survival guide in America in the 60s. Abby Hoffman is or was perhaps best known for his involvement in the DNC protests of 1968, following which he was arrested along with his compatriots. The maximum sentence of 5 years in prison was imposed on him and his compatriots, thus concluding the high-profile Dash, as dubbed by the media, which saw celebrities including Judy Collins, Arlo Guthrie, Norman Mailer, and Jesse Jackson being involved in Dash. Fill in the blank.
So you need the name of the. Is that an event or?
It's a high-profile event. Yes.
Is it trial of the Chicago 7?
Yeah, that's the right answer. It is a trial of the Chicago 7 or 8, and Abby Hoffman was one of the co-conspirators. So 10 points to Siddharth. Okay, this is an audience question. So a GI is a distinctive sign used to differentiate goods on the basis of its unique characteristics. Both the Bengali and Odia variants of X were granted the GI patents, marking a stalemate between Bengal and Odisha, both of which claim credit for the origin of X, IDX. Anyone in the audience wants to take a guess?
Anjan, do you want to take a guess?
Ritabhash, is it Rasagolla?
Beautiful answer. It's the Rasgulla. So basically, both the Bengali and Odia variants got the GI patent separately. So calling a truce on the battle that has been going on who wants to claim credit for the sweet. Okay, the ninth, Anjan gets a cash prize after this quiz. Okay. The next question goes to Ritvik. So this is your direct. X was a member of the British Armed Forces in World War One. X escaped death in the Somme, France, even as the rest of his battalion was almost wiped out. After the war, X left the army, and his first civilian job after World War One was at the Oxford English Dictionary, where he worked mainly on the history and etymology of words of Germanic origin, beginning with the letter W. During the run-up to the Second World War, X was almost called up as a codebreaker for the cryptographic department of the English Foreign Office. In 1937, X published the book Y to widespread critical acclaim, and Y's success encouraged X to write its sequel Z. While Z was initially meant to be a single volume, X's publisher's insistence saw X release Z in 3 parts. ID, X, Y, and Z. Bonus points if you get all 3 right.
Oh God.
Better question.
So I don't know that X used to write some books for the children, right? Like he was a children's author.
I will ask everyone, like, let one round happen, like everyone try attempt the question, then I'll give you the clue.
Okay. So why is the book, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Why the books?
I'll pass.
Okay. Shubhmoy?
Pass.
Siddharth?
Pass.
Okay. Yeah, so Z was initially meant to be a sequel, single sequel, but then this X wrote it in so much detail that it spawned off its own world of sorts, basically. And basically it spawned off its own world of sorts, and basically all these characters, both the book Y and the Z are part of this world, basically. If that makes it a little easier. Or do you want me to give another clue?
Could you give another clue?
Yeah, it's still tough.
Okay, so basically, Z has been adapted into movies. Basically, it has movie adaptations. Okay, that's the only clue I'll give now. Z has movie adaptations. So starting with, who was it again? Ritvik. Yeah, Ritvik.
I mean, like, the only thing which I can guess from this is the cryptography part. So I'll say Alan Turing because of the Enigma.
Okay. And the others you don't have an idea?
No.
Okay. Pass is the wrong answer. Passes to Shubhmoy.
If I go with Alan Turing, so I'm still confused about X and Z. No, there's no point to waste time. I'll pass.
Siddharth?
I'll take a very wrong guess. I mean, the theory of everything and Stephen Hawking.
No. But anyone in the audience wants to take a guess?
Here, Ritabhash, Anjan here. Is this the author is J.R.R. Tolkien and the books are The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings?
Beautiful answer. Beautiful answer, Anjan. That's the right answer. Unfortunately, won't get a cash prize, but yeah, that's a great answer.
Okay.
It is J.R.R. Tolkien, and then The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. So that's why I mentioned Z was released in 3 parts. And that's why I said Z also had its movie adaptations. So yeah, great answer, Anjan. So no one gets points here, unfortunately. The next question is to Shubhmoy. So this discussion forum or group itself describes itself using the tagline, like 4chan found a Bloomberg terminal. This group is also known for its profane and juvenile nature, with members often referring to themselves as autists, retards, degenerates, and apes. This group forum was in the news early this year for a rather unexpected event, with personalities like Elon Musk, Mark Cuban, Ted Cruz, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez all speaking out in support of the group. The parent website on which the discussion forum is based also ran a 5-second commercial during Super Bowl LV, whatever, I don't know what that is, celebrating the forum, stating that underdogs can accomplish just about anything when we come together around a common area. What is this forum group / group's name, and why was it in the news earlier this year? This is direct to Shubhmoy.
Is this the LGBT community?
No. No, that's the wrong answer. Siddharth?
Is it Wall Street? Something.
Why was it in the news?
I don't remember. I only remember it because of the Elon Musk name.
Okay.
No idea.
Okay. Ritvik.
Okay, so this is Wall Street Bets. It was in the news because of the GME crash which happened in the market.
That's the right answer. 5 points to Ritvik.
Also due to the Dogecoin incident which happened.
It's Reddit, Wall Street Bets, which is based on Reddit, and the GameStop short squeeze, where basically they manipulated the stock price to increase quite a bit. So yeah, you're a great answer, Ritvik. So the next question is the 11th question. So yeah, this will go to Shubhmoy, since the previous two questions of Avinash were asked to Siddharth and Ritvik, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the 11th question is, basically, X is an American comedian, filmmaker, television host, and political commentator, among many other things. X started as a stand-up comedian before achieving mainstream popularity on television. X eventually left the entertainment industry after more than a decade, but has continued to use his voice most prominently for years to advocate for the group of select people Y in New York who suffered long-term health consequences due to a very specific incident. ID X and Y. Why people, if like people select group of select people, why, if you tell me what is the incident also, I'm fine with it.
Is that Bobcat, the comedian?
Who's the comedian again?
Goldthwait. No.
I have no clue who you're talking about. Yeah.
Never
Okay.
mind.
Okay. Avinash is not there. Siddharth.
Is it Michael Moore, the filmmaker?
Okay. And what's the incident?
Is it the water thing which happened during Obama's time?
No, that's the wrong answer. Ritvik.
I was actually confused between two answers. I'll just say it out. It's I thought it was either Dave Chappelle or else Hassan Minhaj.
No, both are wrong. Anyone in the audience wants to take a guess?
Yeah, Ritabhash. It's Jon Stewart and 9/11.
Beautiful answer. So it's Jon Stewart, and he has basically been fighting for the 9/11 first responders, basically the firemen who basically the firemen and all the others who went there first right after the incident happened, after they received 911 calls. And this is him basically testifying in front of Congress on their behalf. So no one gets points here, unfortunately. So the 12th question is Siddharth's direct question. It's a bonus question again. So X is one of F1's most distinguished teams. The team was founded in 1977 by Y and Patrick Head after Y's earlier unsuccessful attempt at establishing a competitive F1 team. Claire Regazzoni won X's first race at the 1979 British Grand Prix. At the 1997 British Grand Prix, Canadian Jacques Villeneuve scored the team's 100th race victory, making X one of the only 4 teams in Formula One to do so. X won 9 Constructors' Championships between 1980 and 1997, and the team has various legendary drivers including Alain Prost, Ayrton Senna, Nelson Piquet, and Keke Rosberg. X was in the news rather recently after Z, the team principal of X, announced something which marked the end of an era. ID, X, Y, and Z, and what did X or Y announce recently? Like bonus points if you get at least 3 out of those 4. Like basically, if you can identify any 3 of the XYZ and what did XY announce, I'll give you full 15 points.
Is X the Ferrari team?
Ferrari is the wrong answer. Moving to Ritvik.
So I know X for sure. X is Renault, and Z, the team principal was Cyril Abitboul, but it came in the news recently because there was a big revamp of the name. Renault changed its name to Alpine Racing. So I'm guessing that is the reason why it came in the news recently.
Unfortunately, X is wrong, but good guess anyway. Like you know more about F1 than me, but good guess anyway. X is wrong. Okay, so Shubhmoy?
X is Williams and
Yeah.
Y is Frank Williams, obviously. And
Z?
but I kind of don't know Z actually. I don't have a clue.
Okay, then can you say what did XY announce recently, which created quite a bit of news? Very recently, in fact.
I kind of stopped watching, following all the MotoGP and stuff. But,
Okay.
Could I try? Like, I think I can answer.
Yeah, I know you can answer. So I'll give 10 points to Shubhmoy since it's a past question. Actually, yeah, 10 points only. Yeah. Ritvik, you can take a guess if you want.
So Williams had sold its entire ownership of the company to an American.
They're one of the last family-held racing companies in the F1 back then, like till 2021, 20 or 21, yeah. So I'll give 5 points to Ritvik. Actually, I'll give just 3 points if you don't mind, because that was just a single point and like single guess. And then Shubhmoy, you get 10 points. So yeah, 12 questions are done. Now coming to 13th question, which is Siddharth's direct. So this is basically Williams Racing, Flying Williams, Claire Williams, who was basically his daughter, who was a current team principal, like before they announced that they were giving up their stake in Williams Racing. And this was at the end of last season, basically. This is, I think, Senna or Alan Prost with the old Williams car. I don't remember, but yeah. Okay, 13th question is to Siddharth direct. Wuthering Heights is a novel by Dash Y, published in 1847 under her pseudonym Alice Bell. Her only published novel. It was published. It was written between October 1845 and June 1846. After Y's death, her sister Z edited the manuscript of the book and arranged for the edited version to be published as a posthumous second edition. This sister Z became known for her own iconic novel, which went on to become a literature classic about a girl employed as a governess who falls in love with her employer, ID Y and Z. So this is Siddharth's direct.
I'll pass.
Okay. Question moves to Avinash. Avinash is not there again. Shubhmoy?
Why, like the first thing, why is I think Emily Bront.
Okay.
But I don't know the name of the sister though. I actually know the name of the novel, but I can't.
Okay, let's just hold on to that. Why you have answered? Ritvik, can you guess Z?
Yeah, Z is Charlotte Bronte.
Correct. Okay. I'll give 5 points to Shubhmoy and 5 points to Ritvik. So it is basically Emily Bronte and Charlotte Bronte is known for her own iconic novel Jane Eyre. Yeah. Okay, so 14th question is Avinash's. So
Ritabhash, could you please tell me the points, please, for everyone?
Yeah, I will tell that. 1 second. Yeah, So Ritvik is on 23 points, Siddharth is on 30 points, and Shubhmoy is on 45 points. Okay. So we are now in the 14th question, which is an Avinash question again. So have all of you received Avinash's leftover questions?
I received one.
I didn't.
You didn't, Ritvik? Okay.
I did receive one.
Siddharth received one, if I remember.
Yes.
Okay. So Ritvik, this is your question. Mahashay Dharampal Gulati was born on 27 March 1923 in Pakistan, Sialkot. A class 5 dropout, Gulati moved to Delhi after partition a month after independence with just rupees 1500 in his pocket. He brought a Tonga with his rupees 650 and would charge 2 annas for a ride. With his earnings, he then restarted his family's old business in Karol Bagh and Chandni Chowk, which would then go on to become household name worth rupees 1500 crores with over 60 products. In 2017, the Economic Times reported that Gulati was the FMCG sector's highest paid CEO in India. He passed away in December 2020. ID is rather recognizable personality who we have seen on our TV screens over our childhood, or the company he owns, basically.
Yeah, so this is MDH.
Yeah, that's the right answer. You get 15 points. This is a bonus question, so you get 15 points. This is the owner of MDH. This is this guy. He passed away, unfortunately, in December 2020. So yeah, we are in the penultimate question. This is for Shubhmoy. Alec Guinness was an established senior actor in Hollywood with big films like Lawrence of Arabia and Dr. Zhivago. When he signed on for X, As a result, his signing contract included 2.25% of the movie's profits, which earned him almost 90 million. As X went on to become a huge success. Despite this, Guinness hated being a part of X and begged the writers to kill off his character, returning unopened fan mail, and went on to the extent of agreeing to give his autograph to a young fan only if he stopped watching X ever again. IDX, the movie.
Whose question is this?
Shubhmoy, this is.
Okay, sorry.
This, I think Alec Guinness is the same actor who played Gandalf in Lord of the...
Okay. Wrong answer. I'll move to Ritvik.
Okay, so Alec Guinness was the guy who was offered to play Obi-Wan Kenobi. So the series is X, is Star Wars.
Yeah, that's correct. It's Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi. 5 points to Ritvik. The last question of this quiz, which is directed at Ritvik again, his direct. In 2017, X was made the CEO of Gulf Oil India for a single day. X attended the meetings and took decisions as well. X also attended board meetings for India Cements Limited and holds a post of Vice President Marketing in the company. X is also the co-owner of Chennai-based football club Chennai FC, a franchise of the Indian Super League. ID, this personality X was also the brand ambassador and owner of the lifestyle brand 7.
So this is Captain Cool, Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Beautiful answer. That's 10 points to Ritvik. So this is on MS Dhoni. So let me just quickly calculate the scores again. Okay, so Ritvik had a very strong last lap, and Siddharth, you finished on 30 points. Shubhmoy 45 points. Ritvik won 53 points. So Ritvik and Shubhmoy, you both are in the finals. Congratulations. Siddharth, tough luck, but really well played. Like it was almost like if you had like another 5-10 questions, like maybe who knew, the odds were all, like
only if Avinash hadn't left.
Yeah. But yeah, really good quiz again. So Ritvik and Shubhmoy, congratulations, you're in the finals.
Oh, but that was so close. I was shitting myself halfway.
And Pawan and Amar are also in the finals. So it's Pawan, Amar, Ritvik and Shubhmoy in the finals of the quiz, the not so difficult history quiz.